I was at a racist comment, so much overuse of that word. Not understanding something does not make a commenter a racist. Just because someone's curious and asks a question does not mean that the question isn't inherently racist. It doesn't mean if you ask a question that's racist that you are inherently racist, but you can ask a racist question. And there comes a point in time when you are holding a phone, a supercomputer in your very hands when you were asking this question that you were typing out on people of color's posts. And I'm not even saying, like, I am white presenting, I'm aware of that. But when you go to spaces that are for people of color and you ask questions when you could quite easily type those same questions into Google and read the information, I adore watching Black women get their hair done. I absolutely fucking love it. And through watching the content that Black women make about getting their hair done, I know way more about the history by just watching what they're sharing with each other, what they're sharing on social media. I don't have to go and ask them specific questions. I have been informed about the history of cornrows and why I would never, as a white person, wear cornrows. I've also seen people that are from Viking history that have come forward and said, yeah, we didn't have cornrows, so don't say that you're wearing them because of us, because that's not true. You're just perpetuating racism or racist beliefs that you're entitled to everything. It is 2025. If you have a question about race, a question about how different people from different ethnicities do things, you can quite literally go on Google, go on TikTok, type in the question, type in the things that you're looking to learn more about, and put in the effort to learn it. But instead, you put the onus on people of color to educate you because you're too lazy. And that's entitlement. When I started making content, and I said that I was Indigenous, do you know how many people of color called me a $5 Indian? A $5 fucking Indian. I had to Google it because that's not something that people really use in Canada. It's something people in the United States use to insult people because there's something called colorism, which I've also learned about through watching content from people of color. I was not raised in Indigenous culture. I did not grow up on a reserve. I learned all of my things, all of the things about systemic racism, all of the things about, like, it's on these videos that people are commenting. I learned by opening a book, opening my ears, and shutting my mouth. So just because you're asking a question doesn't mean that you're inherently just a racist person. However, your entitlement and this belief that people owe the explanation to you ties into racism and white supremacy. And to be curious about another culture, another ethnicity, there's nothing wrong with that. But you literally have a supercomputer in your hands. And you want people of color to do the work for you, and that is entitlement.